When you use a modern AI assistant, there's a hidden compromise happening behind the scenes. Your prompts, your private files, and the actual reasoning process aren't living on your device. They are flying out of your window and processing inside a massive corporate server farm. This reliance on the cloud comes with three distinct costs. You surrender absolute privacy over your personal context, you accept the execution latency of constant round trips over the network, and you are locked into paying ongoing API subscription fees just to keep your assistant thinking. Stanford's Scaling Intelligence Lab is trying to bypass that entirely with OpenJarvis. This interface here shows their new open source framework alongside its official documentation. It is engineered to run entirely on your own device by default. It takes the AI model from being a rented remote service and turns it into sovereign local intelligence. Your data stays on your machine under your strict control. The immediate question is whether a standard consumer laptop actually has enough computational power to run an autonomous AI agent effectively. For years, the answer was no. But look at this chart from Stanford's Intelligence per Watt findings. The top metric shows local language models now accurately handle nearly 90% of reasoning queries offline. The bottom trend line shows a 5.3 times improvement in local hardware efficiency, tracking energy, latency, and cost. With efficiency gains outpacing previous years, the technical feasibility of local agents is no longer the primary hurdle. The focus is shifting toward the software layer required to coordinate these on-device resources. This compares the architectural shift. On the left, the cloud-first app. Your laptop is a terminal while heavy lifting happens miles away, causing lower control and latency. On the right, OpenJarvis. The model, tools, and memory relocate to your machine, ensuring privacy and ultra-low latency. There is a strict engineering trade-off here. While you eliminate API costs and secure your privacy, the system's performance is now entirely bound by the specific CPU and GPU limitations of your own computer. This concentrates the entire reasoning loop within your hardware, making the system independent of external servers. This diagram maps the 5 OpenJarvis primitives. Intelligence provides on-device models, and the engine executes them efficiently. Agents act as specialized reasoning goals. Tools and memory securely index local files. Finally, learning is a closed-loop system that self-improves using local trace data. By standardizing these 5 specific layers, OpenJarvis creates a true modular infrastructure for private AI. This framework supports distinct functional modalities that go beyond simple chatting. This board outlines 4 primary capabilities: Morning Digest, Deep Research, Code Assistant, and Scheduled Monitor. These modalities execute real technical workflows. This 4-panel grid shows the software actively managing personal operations, synthesizing local documentation with full citations, executing code in a terminal, and monitoring system states continuously. The true power of a local AI is its persistence. It functions as a continuous assistant, retaining deep, private context from one session to the next. To evaluate if OpenJarvis is ready for mainstream adoption right now, we have to look at the current state of the project. This board separates the facts from the long-term goals. We know the Stanford lab backing, the defined architecture, and the actively working desktop builds are real and verifiable today. The local-first workflows show strong viability, but there are unresolved challenges. Long-term reliability across messy real-world workflows and performance scaling on weaker consumer laptops remain unproven. We also don't know exactly how much cloud fallback users will still require for heavy tasks. OpenJarvis serves as a research foundation, a way to test whether a standardized set of local primitives can eventually match the reliability of the cloud. This interface represents the core directive of OpenJarvis. Personal AI should live on personal hardware. It is bounded by the physical limits of your machine, but it is protected by absolute privacy. For developers and privacy advocates, this is a toolkit for exploring how personal computing changes when the AI remains local by default. The ultimate future of artificial intelligence isn't what you can rent from the data center. It's the sovereign intelligence sitting right in front of you.